Samsung made the most Samsung move this year by releasing the Galaxy Z Fold 8. And even though this phone really impressed me as an iPhone user, I'm still considering returning my Z Fold 8 for now simply because of this one reason. But before we get into that, I just want to quickly talk about its form factor. They really took a big leap in terms of the dimensions of this phone, as it is very unconventional from what we are used to getting until now. And honestly, I was really skeptical about this design if it's actually going to work on this day-to-day basis, but after using it for a few weeks now, it has definitely grown on to me, especially when it's folded, because it gives you this really compact form factor when it's folded, so you can easily use it with just single hand. And when you unfold it, it gives you the best aspect ratio you need to watch any kind of content, because now you can utilize two screens at the same time, especially in the apps like Gmail, where you can see the list of emails on the one side, and on the other side you can actually open that one email and read through it. And likewise, if you have, let's say, Instagram and browsing at the same time, you can do all of that with this single phone, and you don't even have to carry like an iPad mini or any kind of tablet. And one of the best use cases that I found when it's unfolded is while using the camera. So when you are taking like pictures, you can actually see the pictures that you took previously on the left side, so you are seeing like the preview and live camera at the same time, which comes really handy because you can quickly preview side by side, and when you click on those photos, you can actually use this huge screen to see how your photos came out. And talking about some of the obvious things that comes with this kind of phone is the crease in the middle, and honestly you can see it at certain angles, but it's only visible when you're into like direct light or something like that. But when you're watching any kind of content or you are using your phone, I don't think that's gonna come in your way at all, and it just looks pretty much seamless. Now in terms of thickness of this Z Fold 8, as you can see side by side with my iPhone 17 Pro Max, it's almost pretty same when you are like considering like this has two screens stacked and the iPhone 17 Pro is just one screen, which actually makes this phone one of the thinnest phone that Samsung has ever made, which makes it super easy to carry around every day in your pocket or in your purse. And if you're wondering where did Samsung got the inspiration to make this kind of aspect ratio foldable phone, we'll talk about that later in this video. But honestly, after using this phone side by side with my iPhone 17 Pro Max for a few weeks now, it was noticeably similar experience, considering this is actually a big phone when it's unfolded and 17 Pro Max is just a regular phone. And that says so much about technology that came so forward that finally foldables are usable every day and you can actually consider buying one, whereas before people were just skeptical about buying a foldable phone because they were just huge and chunky. Now in terms of overall usability of this phone using the Android operating system, it's been very similar experience compared to other phones such as Google Pixel or Samsung S26 Ultra. The only differences I felt is when using certain apps like Instagram or Gmail when it's unfolded, because it gives you this huge screen so you can watch all of your content in like big screen, especially reels and stuff like that. Only thing is, if you're watching TikTok, you do get this side bevels on each side, but for me I don't think that's a deal breaker because you still get the huge screen to watch all of your stuff. Also, this video is not sponsored by Samsung or anything like that. I bought this phone with my own money, so all of my thoughts are my own. Now in terms of camera on the Z Fold 8, it features two 50 megapixel lenses. One is the main one and second one is the ultra wide. When they want to cover large areas, they can use ultra wide and they can use main lens to capture just everyday activities. And yes, you can always zoom in much further in, but that's going to be digital, not optical. Now to shoot videos, you do get all the pro features that Samsung offers in their other models, such as shooting in log or shooting with like pre-built LUTs that they have to offer, which actually makes this phone a really good tool for all the content creators out there who wants to use this phone as one of their tools to shoot just content around. Now this is where all the good things end. I still have few complaints about this phone which Samsung could improve on their next model. Now the first one is about using this front screen when it's actually unfolded. You can't really use this front screen when it's open because it's activated this screen. Now the second complaint is about not having a built-in MagSafe on this phone, which honestly makes it super inconvenient a lot of times, especially because I use MagSafe everywhere, like my car, my at home and next to my bed. So I just use magnet all the time because I'm used to that MagSafe on my iPhone. And they do have wireless charging available on this, it's just that it's lacking the magnet. But luckily for now, you can actually use some of the third-party accessories like this case that I have from Pitaka that you can just apply, and that does have this MagSafe built in. So once I have this case on this phone, I'm not actually missing out anything, and I can just still use this MagSafe and wireless charging at the same time. And I'll put a link in the description, so if you're interested, you can check it out for yourself. And if you're enjoying this video so far, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, because it just helps my algorithm and tells me what to do and what not to do, so I can get more people like you and make more videos like this. So yeah, please consider subscribing if you haven't yet, and let's get back to the video. Now my third and last complaint is about the speaker placement. So for now, they are both placed on this left side, so the speaker is right here and here, which makes it not really immersive experience when you're watching content, because you can only hear from like one side, and it's just not fun. So I would really appreciate if the speakers are placed on each side, so when you're watching the content on this big screen, when it's unfolded like this, it actually makes it super immersive. But I would say my overall experience of using this phone on day-to-day basis, it's been really good. I actually still can't get enough about this aspect ratio, because it's just so good, and it just makes it super easy to hold with one hand. And just small phones are like finally back. I believe that Z Fold 8 finally breaks that barrier to entry into a foldable phones, which I feel like a lot of people were just like holding on to it because how big and chunky they used to be. So even after enjoying this phone for a few weeks now, why am I actually returning for now? Well, simply because I want to see what Apple has to offer with their rumored iPhone Ultra coming this September. And with all the rumored photos and leaks that I've been seeing online, I've seen that they're also going with this kind of aspect ratio, which I believe they had it first, and then Samsung was like, if I come first, then I own the territory, not you. So I feel like Samsung did get their inspiration from Apple. Please let me know if I'm wrong about it, but Samsung is pretty notorious about doing things like this. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. So yeah, I would really want to wait and see what Apple has to offer and how they do this phone a justice, because even though I do enjoy this like super square shape, I believe iPhone Ultra is going to be much more smoother on the side, which I feel like it's going to make even more comfortable to use every day and put it in your pocket without any kind of issues. And yes, I know that phone is going to be super expensive, considering this one is at 1800 already. I believe they are going to be probably at least like 2500 for sure. So please let me know in the comments, are you buying this Z Fold 8 right now, or going to wait for iPhone Ultra in this September? And if you enjoyed this video, definitely check out these other videos that I think you'll also enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.